So when this is all over, how will future generations remember the coronavirus pandemic? Apparently one possibility is via a virus-themed rewrite of Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody, which a local comedian who wrote it says the Library of Congress is looking to add to its archives.
We will not wash our hands. We will not wash our hands. Never, never wash our hands. Never, no. No, 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 no. Mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma mia, wash your hands.
That particular recording by Adrian Grimes has nearly 5 million hits on YouTube. I'm joined now by the guy behind the lyrics, comedian and Massachusetts native, Dana Jay Bein. Hey, Dana, good to meet you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much, Jim. It's an honor.
So did you know before this that you apparently do your best work when you have a sore throat? Were you aware of that?
Not even remotely.
So what happened? You had a sore throat. You didn't have coronavirus. You have a sore throat, and then all of a sudden, something popped into your head?
Yeah, I was in self-quarantine. I thought I had some allergy symptoms, some cold symptoms, and I had a sore throat. And all of the sudden, I sang the first two lines of what became my parody out loud. Is this a sore throat, or is this just allergies? And it was like lightning struck. I realized I had to sit down and write the rest of it. And I wrote it in about 10 minutes. And just like anything else I would share as a comic, I put it on Twitter and Facebook, knowing that some of my friends would find it funny. But I didn't realize it would be, 100 million views worldwide funny.
So, by the way, is that 10-minute thing true, or is that sort of like a made-up revisionist history? 10 minutes, you wrote the whole thing?
It took me... I've tried to write parodies since, and it was the easiest one. It almost wrote itself. It was like lightning struck. It was it was a fluke.
Well, obviously it isn't a fluke. Now, my understanding of this is you changed every single line in this legendary piece, except you left one line as was. Is that correct?
I left actually a few lines. There were some lines that didn't need to be changed.
Like what?
Sends shivers down my spine, body's aching all the time, and I'm trying to think. There were a couple other lines that I didn't have to touch. The song just catered to this so perfectly. Like I said, I wish there was a strategy to it. It just sort of wrote itself.
And did I read somewhere you said that you don't even sing it, at least outside, because you have a voice like, what'd you say, a dead fish? Was that what you were saying? Was that it?
Yeah, I think part of the reason it went so widespread is because I don't sing well when I'm healthy. And people were demanding that I do a song version with video, and I was sick. So I created the hashtag coronavirus rhapsody and challenged the internet to do it for me. And boy, did they come through. There are somewhere around 1,000 versions that people, musicians and artists created all around the world.
I picked one, by the way, that I hope you would have picked also. I assume most people know Cody Lee from America's Got Talent, winner. Not only is he blind, but he also has autism, and he is beyond brilliant. Here's just a little taste of his interpretation of your lyrics. Here they are.
Don't touch your eyes, just hand sanitize quickly. I'm just a poor boy, no job security, 'cause of easy spread. Even though I washed my hands laying low, I look out the window, the cut doesn't look flatter to me,
I love that version. And I also heard, you heard from somebody in Wuhan, is that true?
Yeah, I heard from people all over the world, but one of the most special reach outs was from a woman in Wuhan that said they were singing the song over there, and then it brought them lots of laughter and joy. And honestly, that's extremely touching to me to know that something I wrote in my own self-quarantine is connecting with people all over the world in quarantine, people who are struggling. That means a ton to me.
Do you have any idea if any surviving members of Queen have heard this thing or no?
So Brian May's guitar company retweeted a version and then was tweeting back and forth with me. And this was a couple weeks ago now. They said that the maestro, or Brian May, was in quarantine himself, but they're pretty sure that he loves it.
So your words are about to be in the Library of Congress. Is that correct?
I guess so, yeah. An archivist reached out to Adrienne Grimes, who's a musician from Wisconsin, who did one of the more popular versions of the song. And she asked our permission if they could archive it for, I guess, arts history purposes, for art that was created during the pandemic.
I'll second that motion. Here's the deal, Dana. If you think about it and are ultimately willing to sing it, we'll have you back soon. Is that a deal?
Deal.
I don't
Absolutely.
think so. Dana Jay Bein, congratulations. It's fabulous. Really appreciate your time. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Jim. Thank you.